Camera went funny there. So, good afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon and I have my New Year 2019 top tip number 2. I said in my top tip yesterday I was going to talk about food today, and actually I've decided I'm going to leave that till tomorrow. I've decided I'm going to talk about movement today. Now, I'm using the word movement instead of exercise or fitness. I've just noticed it's a bit messy behind me, isn't it? Anyway, this is me. I've got wet hair at the shower because I'm going to do some movement this afternoon, and this is life. So movement could be exercise, could be whatever, but I like to use the word movement because some people struggle with the word exercise, and to those gym bunnies that are there, you might go, what? Don't be insane. It's not, everybody's different, and sometimes the word exercise is quite scary for some people. Sometimes they might have had bad experiences at PE or gym class at school. You know, it can go way back. So I think the word movement sits better with me, and I'm not a practicing fitness instructor at the moment, but I was for about 15 years up until a year and a half ago when we moved countries. So movement itself can be anything, and again with New Year, like I said yesterday, the time thing, social media is banging out there. You know, you've got to get your new fitness regime, and you've got to do this, and you've got to be going to the gym, blah, 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 blah. No, you don't. Yes, move. We all know that movement is good for us. It's good for our bodies, whether you've got some festive pounds to lose, or you just want to feel fitter or healthier. And we know it's now scientifically proven that it helps our mind. We know we've got to understand it and go with it. But it's the type of movement that is the big thing, and it's the personal side of movement for me. So I've worked with people, men and women. You know, I personally trained men before, blah, blah, blah. So it's not just a female-only thing. We need to be able to do things that work for us. I can remember years ago when I was a fairly newly qualified personal trainer, and I trained 2 men at the same time. One of them was little and was a complete gym bunny, and the other one was like a big rugby player, and it just didn't work. But I had to learn that, and that has carried on as I've done classes, as I've done one-to-one clients, and now in my work as a health coach. Everybody is different, so what works for you and your mind and your body might work for somebody else, but it might not, and it might not even work for somebody in your family. It might not work for your sister or your brother or you, or, you know, we've got to do what is right for us, and this is where you need to become a little bit of a personal detective. It's the same with food really, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. So for you, it might be you never exercise. Video's going funny. It might be you never exercise, or you never think of movement in that way. Or for others, it might be you might be someone that likes to go to the gym. It might be someone that likes to go to, you might be someone that likes to go to a class or go out walking with the dogs, or lots of different things. You know, my hubby loves to go out and do his walking every day. He walks the dogs, and then he goes out for longer walks himself, so 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 steps. He doesn't like the gym, doesn't like classes. That's what he's happy doing. I like to do other things. Doesn't mean we're not compatible, it just means we like different things, and that's okay. And that's something that I think is really important for people to know, that you don't have to like the same thing as somebody else. You know, I mean, as I say, I was an instructor for a long time. I did lots of different things, but I don't personally like a pump class. And pump classes are brilliant, and they're great workouts, and they're fantastically choreographed, and the music is generally brilliant. But I taught my own legs, bums and tums classes for years, which is a kind of a version that I know lots of people wouldn't agree, maybe, but that's how my brain worked. I used to teach my legs, bums and tums because I'd done it for such a long time. It came naturally to me. So to go into a body pump class which pre-choreographed just doesn't work for me. And then my body, if it doesn't work up here, then the rest of it doesn't work. So, you know, I'm not saying don't go to pump classes. Do, if that works for you, but there's so many different things. You might like, say, classes, you might like going and doing park runs or park walks, you might like yoga, you might like HIIT training, you might like to do it in your living room with videos on. There's lots and lots of different options for you to move. You might like to go to a dance class, you might do Pilates, you might do paddle boarding. There's so much available, and at this time of year you can get kind of pushed into thinking, oh my god, I've got to do something, or I've got to do something new, I've got to sign up to a gym. if you like going to gyms and you think it's going to be sustainable, then yeah, absolutely, go and do it. There's loads of cool gyms around. But if you think it's just going to be a 2-week hit wonder and then you're stuck with a membership for a year, don't do it. There's plenty of other ways to do things. So think of what feels right for you. Think of what your body needs. Does your body need cardio? Does it need weights? Does it need stretching? Does it need core work? I've got very, very strong thighs. I'm not sounding idiot about it. But my core is really bad. You know, so I'm trying to work more on yoga and Pilates, but I also know that I need to do some cardio. I don't need to do as many leg weights because my muscles are naturally, excuse me, my leg muscles are naturally quite strong. Could be possible, hockey playing, you know, the shoulders and all that stuff. Nothing to do with my legs, is it? Anyhow, try and think of what might work for you. And if you're not sure, go and talk to somebody. There's loads of instructors around or trainers or advice. Look online, talk to people. You know, there's people there to help you. And one of the big things is about motivation. How do you motivate yourself to start? So if you're not an exerciser, a mover, how can you motivate yourself? Well, number one, just get out there if you can. Sometimes it helps to have a buddy. So I had a friend that lived next door to me and we used to go to the gym together, and that was great because we did go more than I go now. It's a fact. Because if you've got someone else saying that, all right, I'm going to meet you there, or let's go there, and if you're up for it, you're like, yeah, brilliant. If you're not, you're like, they may talk you into it, or you may talk them into it. You know, we used to go to the gym and we would do different cardios, but then we would buddy up and do our weights and our kettlebells and our blah, 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 and you know, that kind of stuff. And it was great. We had a chat when we were doing it. So buddy up, or go for a walk with someone. Ask somebody that you've seen that's got a dog, do you want to do a dog walk together, or do you want to meet up every day? You know, not every day, maybe once a week, and let's go and let's do something different. Let's try a different class. You decide one today, I'll decide it next week. So buddying up can help. Some people like to move or work out by themselves, and that's absolutely fine. I like to go for bike rides by myself. I like to put my ears in. I don't like to go with anybody else, but I like to go to the gym or go to class, you know, with someone else. So just, and these things are okay. I think that's the one thing to remember, that these things are okay. And if you go and try something and you don't like it, that's also okay. You've not failed. There is no failure. There's just, you know, it might be you like a particular class, you don't like the instructor. That's fine. Not everybody liked me. You know, okay, thick skin had to get a little bit thicker, but that's okay. So don't worry if you try something and you don't like it. There's loads and loads of things out there to try. I'm going to try. I think there's a new pound class near me. Never done it before. No idea if I'm going to like it or not. I'm going to go and try it. So, other ways to motivate yourself. Get your clothes out the night before, okay? So, if you think, right, tomorrow I really want to a class, I go to the gym or something, get your clothes out the night before. Get up in the morning and see them. They're there. They're ready. You know, I knew I was out all day with my daughter in Bath East, and we had a lovely, lovely day. I knew I wanted to do some sort of movement today, and I decided what I was going to do. And this morning, I was late going to bed, so I didn't put my kid out. But this morning, I got up, I went in the shower, and I came out and thought, right, I'm not quite sure when I'm going to do this movement, but what will I put on, what will I put on? Now, I could have just put my jeans on, I could have put on one of my comfy dresses, but I thought, no, I'm going to put my fitness clothes on, so they're on, and I've decided I'm going to go in about an hour. I put my fitness clothes on because then there was no excuse not to. Okay, so it wasn't a case of, oh, I've already got changed and oh, I'll put makeup on, I'm going to have to go and do that. You know, there's nothing here. Okay, I put my lippy on, but I have to put my lippy on. I've got really pale lips. I thought if I put these on, I'm having a bit of an easy house day, then I will go because I've got the gear on. So either put the clothes out the night before or get the gear on. Write it in your diary. I've got my lovely new 2019 diary, or put it in your phone. Plan it out. Actually put it in there. It's an appointment. It's like going to the doctor, going to the dentist, that you've got an appointment. Whether it's going for a walk, whether it's going to work with your gym kit and doing something for half an hour at lunchtime. And that's the other thing. Remember, it doesn't have to be an hour or an hour and a half. You know, it can be 10 minutes. It can be a 10-minute hit. It can be a quick walk on a treadmill. It can be a quick walk outside if you're on your lunch break at work. And you don't necessarily have to put your kit on. See, my husband goes out walking. He's just got his jeans and his comfy shoes on. He's not got fitness kit on. Okay, so just think of those ways to motivate you. Go onto, there's lots of Facebook groups that you can go on that will help you with motivation. Okay, lots and lots of those. There's videos. Go onto YouTube. There's masses of them. I did a YouTube video on my channel, and it was an experiment, but I videoed it, and I filled up the kettle and I switched it on, and I saw what exercise I could do in that time. Go and have a look at it. It said Lane Luck Wellness, I think. Go and see what I did in that video, or do it with me. You know, there's lots and lots of stuff online around you. Don't let it scare you. Just chill out with it and just start. But one thing not to do is just waving to the next door neighbour. They all think I'm crazy doing these videos. Don't suddenly go, it's January, it's the first week in January. Don't go hell for leather and have something booked in, hardcore something every day, you know, for the next 3 weeks. You're going to hurt. You're going to get tired. You're going to get bored. You're going to ache. You're going to feel a bit pissed off. You're going to give up. Okay, so just take your time. Start with a few things. Put it in your diary. See what you like. See what feels good. There's a great yoga instructor, Yoga with Adrian, who I follow online and do some of her works out. And her thing is do what feels good. And that's so right. You know, your body's different to my body, so do what feels good. Sometimes it might not feel good. Sometimes you're going to need a little bit of a push and a little bit of a kick up the bum. But it's about bio-individuality. So do what works for you. Give things a try. Find a buddy if you need them. Get your clothes out the night before. Put them on if it's a weekend and you know you want to go and do something. Get it in your diary. Job done. If you want to ask any questions, please do ask. You can either private message me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Or you can comment under here. Feel free to share, subscribe. I'm going to be doing lots of new videos about food, about movement, about lifestyle, about women's wellness. Let me know. Okay, so have a brilliant day. Go and move, go and do something. Get it in your diary for what you're going to put in this week and enjoy it. Okay? All right. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.